everybody. Welcome to day one of our Glimpse into Coaching. We are all so excited that you are here. Just for the next 3 days, we are going to be kind of giving you some ideas as to what coaching is, what coaching isn't, how we make it fit our lives. There's a lot of myths out there about what we do, so we just wanted to come and share our stories with you, share our lives with you, let you see what we're doing. And if you're here, somebody saw something in you, and that is awesome. Someone saw something and thought you would be great at this, so welcome. Even if you feel like at the end this doesn't fit you, it's amazing, right? That someone saw something in you and thought you would be a great part of our tribe. So I wanted to give you a little introduction into who I am first, kind of how I got into this whole coaching thing. So my name is Caitlin Gordon. For those of you who don't know me, I am the founder of the Firestarters. Just amazing group of women who are now like my family. My degree is actually in nursing. So gosh, I graduated in 2004 from nursing school, and I worked in all different areas of nursing. So I did NICU, which is like newborn ICU, and then I did peds, and I did like step down and hematology and oncology. And then I became the director of nursing for a pediatric home health company. Then I did allergy immunology, and then I did dermatology. So that's one thing I loved about nursing, is that I could try so many different things, and in each area I got to learn so much more. But one of the reasons I picked nursing is because I knew I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, and nursing gives a lot of flexibility. But as I did that and it came time to start our family, I realized even that wasn't kind of as much flexibility as I wanted. I really wanted to stay home with them at least the first year. And then when I went to go back, I didn't want to do 12-hour shifts. I didn't want to have to work weekends or holidays. I'm super lucky that I didn't have to give those things up, but I just decided to stay home full time. I keep my nursing license active because I feel like nursing is a lot more about who you are than what you do. And I feel like I use the knowledge a lot every day. And it's just a piece of me that I'm not willing to let go. Anyway, so that's kind of my background in health. And I started teaching group fitness in college. I wasn't certified at all. At the college gyms, they don't really care if you are. They just want people there helping other people get healthy. And then I had personal trainers. I did lots of things. And then once my boys were a little bit older, I started feeling like I needed to do something. It felt strange not to help people with their health anymore, but I knew I didn't want to go back. So I actually went back to school, and I partnered graduated with the National Academy of Sports Medicine and became a personal trainer. Hi, Nikki. Hi, Jordiana. I just found I needed to use my brain again in a grown-up way. Does that make sense? I needed to feel like I was helping people with their health. I needed something that fulfilled who I was as a person. Like being a mom is enough, but I just needed something more. So I went back, became a trainer, and I did that for a while. I worked in studios. I had a studio in my house. And again, that flexibility portion was hard because my boys were really small and clients wanted like a 6 a.m. or a 6 p.m. workout. And that's like full on baby time of meals and snuggles. And so I became more and more interested in how to take my business online so that I could do some virtual coaching. I could reach more people and not be limited to my local area. So, oh my gosh, I looked at every system under the sun for that, and I actually was approached by Beachbody 4 times and said no each time for probably every single reason you're thinking of, because I didn't understand what it was, and I wasn't open-minded. So that's something I also just ask of you through these next 3 days, is just to be open-minded about what we're saying, and if you have questions, ask them. There's a lot of common myths and misconceptions out there. So and it isn't just one thing, it's a lot of different things. We all do it in different ways. So I would ask you to be open-minded. So I finally did. I jumped in. I said, okay, I'll use this to coach my clients. It gave me a way to put them into groups and to have them be more successful because they had support from each other. But I was not going to drink any shakes or do any supplements. I figured I knew that, meal plans, I could use them for my clients because I had spent hours like creating nutrition plans for people. But it wasn't simple enough for them to just get it and get results. So I did try Shakeology for a month, and I am telling you, I tried to find something wrong with it. This is coming from a girl who never even made her own shakes. Like it was just not my thing. But coming from a nursing background and also just a science background, like that is important to me. The science, the integrity, the research, the ingredients, the sustainability, the way it's produced, the way that it's handled, the way that it's tested, all of that. I'm just a big fat nerd about that stuff. And I still, almost 4 years later, haven't found something that I can't put myself behind or that I'm not proud of. And we'll talk a little bit more about this as we go. But the thing that I didn't understand about it, is that it's not a meal replacement shake. It's not like all those other ones on the market. It's a nutrition shake. So it's such solid, good, dense nutrition that it fills the gaps. So whether you are eating horrible or you are like a super foodie, just because of the way that our food is grown in the United States and just because of like the nutrient quality in our soils, the food that we now have access to, there's foods that we just don't eat anymore that they eat around the world still, some superfoods and herbs and all of that. No matter how good your nutrition is, this shake helps. And that is amazing to me. When we face, especially as women, we're so stressed. A ton of us are in like a stress fatigue. It's called adrenal fatigue. I mean, literally, I'm going to have to stop talking about this because I could talk about nutrition forever. But there's just things like we're constantly combating, and we need the power of food to help us, and you can't eat as much good food as it in the shake. Anyway, so there's that portion. So now my family drinks it, my friends drink it, like anybody I can talk to that's open to learning about like good, solid nutrition. I use it with all my clients. And then the programs to me were just amazing. The trainers are really smart. They use good cueing. The programs are set up the way that I would want them to be set up. And I do it a lot of different ways. And some of the other girls are going to pop on during the week and we'll talk about how coaching fits our life. But it's really all about how coaching affects you, and it's really about the community, which is what I totally missed at the beginning. Like I came in, I was a Lone Ranger trainer, and we have a lot of non-trainers on our team, so don't feel like you have to be a trainer, and don't feel like you have to know what you're doing, because we have all the tools to teach you that. Like you can come in and just be like, I like working out, and that is enough, or you can come in thinking like, I just really want to learn to work out, and that can be enough, because it's really about the community, and we have all the trainings and tools and mentorships, and it's all free, all of that stuff that you need to find your own level of success, because it's different for everybody in here. So the thing that made it all really click for me is I was in the Core de Force test group, like the corporate Core de Force test group, and it was the first time I was really a challenger, because I kind of came in feeling like I knew what I did and started running my own challenges and was never a challenger myself. And it was life-changing. I know it sounds crazy, but it was life-changing. There were 60 of us. When you're doing the same workouts every day, when you're drinking the same shakes, when you're working for the same meal plans, when you know each other's goals, you show up, and some days you don't want to work out and somebody else did work out, and so then you're more like driven to do the workout yourself. I didn't really understand the power of being part of a tribe for reaching your goals, because they will make you feel better when you're struggling. They were celebrating us when we triumphed with each other. If we could do more push-ups, if you could hold your plank longer, you can be at home patting your own back, but it doesn't feel the same as having a community that has your back. Like, it's amazing. And then, of course, I wasn't going to build a team. That's the other part of building this into a business, because you can start from just wanting to cover your own health and nutrition needs, or you can build it into like a 7-figure business, and that's all of those things along the spectrum are fine. But I wasn't going to build a team, and then it just organically happens as you start to love it. Like, I'm getting goosebumps. If you start to love it and you start to love the people around, the whole community, you just want to share it with other people. So if I reached out to you, that is why I reached out to you, because we are also picky. We don't just invite everybody. It's important that people fit in and feel like they fit in, and then we thrive together. Like, we become a family. We become friends. I love all of the women on this team. We do things together. We go to events together. We know what's going on in each other's lives. It is amazing. And then I realized there's all these trainers and nurses and moms who felt like I felt, who wanted something more, maybe even still felt guilty about wanting more, wanted to learn how to take care of themselves again, wanted to feel like they were a part of something, because sometimes it's hard when you're home. Just this need to feel a part of something, and it is amazing, and it is huge, and it is, you'll see as the girls talk throughout the next 3 days, like, it is life-changing to feel a part of something. And that's, I'm just looking because I had some notes, but I get really excited, and so I just go, but I want to make sure I covered it. So yeah, just want to emphasize as we go through, I'm going to post a couple of little informational things. This is not like a huge, you need to study, you have to watch these super long videos every day. I'm going to talk today, we talked about kind of my story, because it really is just a business, a community of sharing our stories together and sharing our stories with the world, and hoping that it helps even just one person each day. And then tomorrow I'm going to talk about, like, what are challenge groups? How do we run the business? How do we make it fit our lives? What is, how is the payment system? What are all the, like, little nitty-gritty things that you're wondering about? And then on the third day, I'm going to come live and just kind of talk about expectations of, like, what we expect on our team and what goals should be, and then answer questions that you might have, how to take care of your own self. And then that same day, I'm going to do a live Q&A with you guys. So I'll pop on here. I'm going to talk about, so if you guys don't ask questions, I have the most common questions, but you can just, like, type them in and ask me anything that you might be thinking in your head, whether it's like, how much time does it take? What if I already go to the gym? How do I find people? How do I learn to do what you do? All of those kind of things I'm going to cover. So again, I just wanted to pop in here this morning and kind of share my story, say how excited I am, and we all are, that you are here. If you are popping in because you may not start right on day one, totally fine. Just catch up on the videos. There's not going to be, like, a slew of them. Like I said, feel free to message the coach that invited you. Feel free to message me if you have any questions. But again, we are so excited that you are here, and I will see you guys again really soon.